her husband was cheating on her with her best friend though? We gotta get into this. Let's go. So the original post was Monday, June 5th, 2023. And it goes, I'm honestly not sure where to start, so I guess I'll just start. My husband and I have been dating since I was 19 and he was 22. We've been married for 6 years now. We have 2 kids and I'm 6 months pregnant with our third. 2 years ago, I found out my dad had stage 3 colon cancer. My dad is my only parent as my mom passed away when I was 12. He's my favorite human, and life without him doesn't seem colorful. His laugh is contagious, and he gives these big bear hugs that seem to make all your broken pieces feel like they're perfectly in place again. Whenever I had a hard day, he doesn't poke or prod, he just lets me vent and listens. About 5 months ago, we discovered the treatments aren't working for him, and in direct quote of the doctor, he said, months, not years. Since he have gotten progressively worse, now losing his memory, he looked at the dog he got me on my 21st birthday and said, wow, that's a nice dog, where'd you get it? My husband has been my absolute rock. He has been there for me, holding my hand and helping me through this. He's been so loving and attentive to both my kids and I. Don't get me wrong, I am a mother first always. I don't allow myself to wallow. My kids are still loved, cared for, played with, and I haven't let my load slack around the house. Once my dad got his updated prognosis, my husband encouraged me to quit my job. Don't quit, girl. About a month later, we discovered we were pregnant again, and I still hadn't let my job go. I just kept holding on for some reason. After finding out I was pregnant again, he assured me it was okay to quit my job. And honestly, that it would save us a small fortune on daycare costs anyways, so I did. I quit my job. My best friend and I have been friends since diapers. Her family is like my family and vice versa. My mom and her mom grew up together. We always been so solid, and right after my dad appointment, when we found out we had such little time left, I drove straight to her house and she held me while I cried for hours. If there are soulmates in friend form, she was mine. Thick as thieves is what my mom used to say. This morning, as I was up with my 3-year-old, he is sick, my husband's work alarm was going off. He have a few set, so I turned that one off and gently woke him up. He said he was up late working, so he took the morning off, rolled over, and went back to sleep. As I went and turned off his remains of his alarms, I saw a text from my friend on his lock screen that said, I'm assuming since there hasn't been an angry pregnant lady on my doorstep, you haven't told us about her yet. I'm sorry, you haven't told her about us yet. What? Time froze in that moment. I took his phone, walked away just to read their conversation. 4 months this man have been fucking my best friend. 4 months these people have been lying in my face. And I know what you're gonna say. You should have seen the warning signs. But I've been clutching this phone in my hands for 2 hours and nothing. He has been so loving and attentive to me, as he always been, so kind and gentle. There has been no late night working except for once a blue moon. There has been no lingering touches between them or even glance. They act the same day as they did when I first introduced them. How sick is that? She called him her brother, but she screws him? I know so many people get a moment of clarity in situations like this, but I have none. Aside from being sad about my dad, I haven't changed. I'm still a loving wife and mother. I still doted on him and my children. I talked to him about how he is doing and how was his every freaking day. I haven't allowed the ground to swallow me whole. I know what I have to do now. I just don't want to. I'm about to lose my family and support system in one blow. I'll confront him tomorrow, but today I'll just need the last 24 hours of peace. As for her, I won't give her the satisfaction of a response. I don't care what she did or why she did it. It's done. I was always the friend who cleaned up her messes. After today, I will cut her out my life. She never mattered at all. This has to be the hardest storm I'll ever weather. But damn it, I know I'll sail through it. If not for me, for my children. That is very sad. And I feel really bad for her. So there is an update on here, so I will go ahead and read the update. The original post was on June 5th, 2023. And the update is Tuesday, June 6th, 2023. So then this is the day later. A small update about everything going on since my kids are now in bed for the night. I spent the morning gathering everything I could, making a checklist. I sat in my office for the better part of the morning telling my husband that I was preparing things for my dad. Not a total lie. I did. I had to get him sorted for hospice today. My boss will be happy to have me back. However, my lawyer said pump the brakes on that. Pump the brakes on that idea. However, my old boss did tell me whenever I'm ready, the door is open, just give her a call. He does not have any access to my inheritance from my father nor my mother. My lawyer assured me of that. I did mention to her, but my mother-in-law is an absolute angel. I love and adore her so much. She's always been a shoulder to lean on. And after he had gone to work for the afternoon, I asked my now ex-best friend, Mom, and my mother-in-law to meet me at my dad's house. My kids were outside playing with their now ex-best friend older brother. I handed them the screenshots, saving them from the unsavory pictures and sex tape that they did not know exist. To say they were furious was an understatement. And now they're on my side completely. Angie, my now ex-best friend mom, is ready to cut contact with her daughter completely. She kept repeating how sorry she was. We hugged and cried together. My mother-in-law told me she couldn't believe she raised a spineless, terrible human. That no matter what happens, I will always have her. And as far as she's concerned, she don't have a son, only a daughter. After an in-person meeting with my lawyer and went over finances, logistics, and everything you could think of, she has all of the proof that she needs and she's out for blood. With this post now on TikTok, I don't want him to find out an app because she looked at my story and know it was about him. With permission from my lawyer and my ex-best friend, her mom and dad, and my, it say STBX, I'm not sure what that stands for, and parents will be having a get-together tomorrow. By the time they're settling down and showing him everything that I know, my dad, my kids, and my ex-best friend brother, he's coming to help me juggle the kids and my dad. Being big and pregnant doesn't help with the mobility. We will be at my dad's cabin for a few hours enjoying time and space. I know a lot of people were hoping for me to get revenge and do a psychological warfare, but honestly, after my kids went to bed, I took a shower and I just broke. I don't have the strength or energy to dish out anymore. I just went out, pretending like everything was okay. Today was too exhausting and I don't want to do it. Once he finds out tomorrow, I'll update with the aftermath, as I'm sure it will be huge. As for now, thank you all for your kindness and warmth and support. Truly, your words have helped me. It has given me strength to keep my head above water. I appreciate every single last one of you for everything. Update. On Tuesday, June 6, 2023, that's the same day. For my typing sake, I'm going to give everyone fake names, so for context. Mother-in-law and father-in-law is Ruth and Joe. The ex-best friend parents is Angie and Bob. The ex-best friend is Jess. The STBX is Tyler. What could that stand for? My stepbrother X, maybe. my ex-best friend brother Jake, and now I'll just refer my dad as Dad. I have a few things I want to get through, so I'll just summarize it the best I can. If you have any questions, I'll answer in the comments. To get this out the way, because to me it feels important. Yesterday I was scheduled the same day appointment with my OBGYN and got tested for everything STD and STI out there. I got the results back for the most, and they all were negative. There was a few that take up to 2 weeks to get the results back, so I'll be waiting on those. When I met with my lawyer, I bought everything on my end financially wise, including the wills from both my dad and mom, and I managed to get my hand on his financial documents. His stories, his office, his stories in his office, his lockbox. I bought over everything he had set up financially for my children. While I'm not totally sure if everything, I'm pretty confident I got most of it. My lawyer was happy I managed to get my hands on that much. Ruth even handed over her will from both her and Bob to ensure I was taken care of in the divorce. My lawyer understands that I am wanting a divorce immediately. However, she wants to make sure she is thorough and isn't missing any key info. So honestly, I have an actual divorce papers to give him in about 30 days. I'm not rushing her though. I'm letting the professional do her job. Now for the sit down. I asked Angie and Ruth to describe everything in detail on what happened. Angie, the revenge seeker that she is, forced them to sit through a slideshow she put together of all the texts. I know a lot of you were concerned about one of them telling them sooner than later, and that was so secretive. They didn't even tell their significant others about what was happening. Once the slideshow ended, Tyler tried lunging for Jess and Joe, and Once the slideshow ended, Tyler tried lunging for Jess and Joe, actually forced him to sit down. Tyler was shouting profanities and Jess was telling her, "You will regret this." Jess started crying and begging her parents for forgiveness. Bob looked at his daughter in the eye and told her he will never forget her. Blood or not, she is no longer his daughter. He didn't raise his daughter to be the person. Jess was already a daddy's girl, so I think that cut her pretty deep. Jess is in the middle of a divorce herself, and her parents was giving her money for her lawyer, and they told her she is cut off from both of them financially and physically. Tyler's dad was irate. According to Ruth, he looked like he was holding back from throttling him. From there, Tyler went straight home. I know because we have a Ring doorbell camera along with a few cameras in the house for our kids to keep an eye on them when we aren't right next to them. Tyler came home and saw most of mine and the kids' stuff was gone and he lost it. She started yelling and throwing things. The house is now trash with a few holes in the wall for decoration. When he didn't find us there, he went to my dad's. While I spent most of my days, he was at work packing and moving things into my dad's house. We were already at his cabin. Tyler took a baseball bat to my dad's door, trying and failing to break it down. My dad's neighbor actually called the cops on him and he was arrested. His parents refused to bail him out. I had an appointment with my therapist today. I had one for a year now, and since I was struggling with my dad, and it felt so good just to cry it out and let everything out. And now that's how I was feeling. It was very helpful. She gave me a few tools to work through my emotions with this one. I felt very grounded and empowered leaving my session today. I am also planning on setting up my children with a therapist when we get back from the cabin to figure out the best way to deal with them, with telling them. I know people said I shouldn't, but I will be telling them. Just in an age and an appropriate way. I don't want there to be any secrets or lies between us. I always been so open and honest as I can with them again, in the most kid appropriate way. Just because they are small humans, they're still humans and still deserve the truth. I had a handful of comments telling me I should stay and every man cheats. I should work things out because our marriage was good. I refuse to believe all men cheat. My parents were married for 20 years, and after my mom passed away, my dad never moved on. I watched my dad love my mom for 12 of those years and cherish her. I will not accept anything less than what kind of love. He never cheated, nor did she. While I'm not sure when I'll be ready to move on, falling in love is the absolute last thing on my mind at this moment. I refuse to let Tyler win and destroy my love for me completely. I will move on from this. Jess started blowing up my phone, demanding I fix the situation, and immediately blaming me. My lawyer told me to not block his texts, just in case they spill out additional information I was missing. She was playing the poor me card game very hard. The thing is, though, I was never influenced. Angie and Bob to contact with their daughter. They made that choice on their own. She actually started blaming me for stealing the love of her life. I introduced them when Tyler and I started dating. I'm not sure where that came from. And Tyler is only with me for the kids. Honestly, I knew she was just trying to hurt me at this point. I didn't give her the satisfaction of responding, though. Between her and Tyler, I've had about 200 missed calls. Tyler went from begging and pleading me to forgive him. Like I said, I didn't have divorce papers in hand to give him. He's stuck in between this unknown gray area. I also asked Angie and Ruth to not say anything about the divorce yet to him, purely just for my satisfaction, honestly. I know it's slightly petty, but keeping him in the gray area and not knowing is my small revenge to him. Threatening to call the cops on me for kidnapping, telling me Jess wasn't the only one, bingo, just what I was looking for. To telling me I'm a stuck-up bitch, to threatening me, to the back and forth begging for forgiveness. Honestly, it was just a whiplash reading those texts. Jake has about 30 days. He saved up. He is going to be using what he saved to help the kids and I get settled at my dad's house. And honestly, to be there just in case Tyler tries showing up and going crazy again. He's been such a big help to the kids, and lately I'm forever in debt for this. Last night after the kids went to bed, he hooked up his Xbox and we played a game of Diablo together to help me take my mind off things. It was fun. However, he did soft confess that he always had feelings for me, somehow in the midst of things, but also told me not to say anything back. He understands a relationship or anything like that isn't on my mind and won't be up for a while. He isn't wrong. But that way he feels since we were teenagers and just wanted to get things off his chest. Thank you again, seriously, for your comments, your support, and messages. Okay, she is just saying thank you down here. Sorry guys for the stumbling on my words. I am reading to such a huge audience of people, okay? So just bear with your girl. I was a bit nervous. So, yes. Okay, so now it's time for your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments how you feel about this story. I think it's absolutely redundant. It's very sad, and I don't feel that she's wrong. Let me stop screen recording. Okay. I don't think that she's wrong for not wanting to get revenge right now. I feel like she's so focused on her, father being in hospice. She don't know how long her father have left. And, she have 2 young kids. 2 young kids, and she's also pregnant with her 3rd. So she really can't get that much revenge right now anyway. She's pregnant. She's dealing with her father being in hospice. She have 2 other kids that's looking up to her. So she just got a lot on her plate, and it's just not her time right now to get revenge. I think the best revenge that she could get is to get a divorce. And she have a lawyer. She's getting a divorce, and I'm just wishing the best for her. That is a very sad story, and just let me know y'all comments down below. We can definitely have a discussion regarding it. If y'all do like this type of video with me reading, next time hopefully I won't be so nervous. I'll read a bit better, because I can read. I was just nervous, okay? Not too much in the comments. Anyways, it was nice reading with y'all. It's currently nighttime, so it was a little night read here. If y'all do like this, I will keep posting videos like this, so let me know. I can't read your mind, sis. Enjoy y'all day, and well, enjoy y'all night if y'all are watching this at night. If it's in the daytime, enjoy your day, girl. Bye.